Good evening, everyone, and thanks again for all the support and all the kind words. It really, really means a lot. Um, Tonight, I'm going to talk about a very unfortunate, condition or situation that we all dealt with, or is currently some of us are still dealing with, right? And that is, a lot of times we feel so depressed, we feel so lonely, we feel like everything, everyone, the world, the whole universe is against us, right? Nothing is going our way. And we often wonder, how are we going to deal with this? Who are you going to talk to? Who am I going to talk to about this, right? Now what you're doing there is that you're creating competition right there, and then you're creating competition with the universe or the world, right? Because it's you versus the universe now, right? And right there and then, that is something that we should not be doing, because it doesn't owe us anything, right? It's as simple as that. Like, you would even hear the phrase sometimes, like, the world doesn't owe you anything. So that really is a psychological competition you're creating, right? That's not reality. It really is not. Because I said in previous videos, we need to be grateful for a lot of things, right? And in this instance, when you're feeling depressed and when you're feeling lonely, you're still, you have to remember, like, listen, I'm still breathing, right? And right there and then, you're connecting with the world, right? You still have food, you still have water, there is still the atmosphere, and you are having a transaction right there with the world. Your existence is constantly an engagement with the universe, but it's your mind that is against the universe. That's really what it is. It's your mind, right? And when you create competition with the world or the universe, any little thing would just crush you. Trust me, like, anything would just crush you. Like, say for example, you might fail an exam, or you may lose your job, or you were expecting to meet someone and the person didn't show up. And things like, when you feel like it's you against the world, it just crushes you. Little things like that, and these are just small things, right, that are just in between, like the bigger picture. Those are just small things between life and death, right? And we need to understand that we came here with nothing, right? We're gonna leave with nothing. And we often hear, like, this phrase that go like, oh, you wouldn't see a U-Haul truck behind the horse, right? Because you do not take anything with you. It's really how you make someone feel. That's what it is. That's what people will always remember, the way you make them feel, right? So that's why I always say, like, be kind to yourself, and be kind, and that way you'll be able to be kind to others. It doesn't matter what portfolio you hold, right? It doesn't matter if you have a degree, a MBA, or anything like that. If you cannot be kind to yourself and be able to be kind to others, then what purpose it is, right? So what I was saying again is that, yeah, we came here with nothing, and we're gonna leave with nothing, right? And what people really do is that they create storage in their homes for those things. You create storage in your homes, or wherever, right? And a lot of times we walk around with a lot of baggage on our head, or like our Guyanese would say, a lot of burden on our shoulders, right? And most people don't realize, like, all of that is just like psychological, right? And it really has to do with thoughts and emotions. That is what really matter. And we need to learn how to handle thoughts and emotions. All right, we cannot wait until the end of our life to actually, like, figure this out, and realize that you cannot let them control you like this, right? And the problem with most people is that they take themselves too seriously, and we do not understand that we're just here for a little while. We're just like a pop-up, right? Here today and gone tomorrow. All right? And that when we think like this, then automatically, like, the thought of heaven and hell comes to us, right? But have we ever even, like, that is not promised, right? We do not know that. We just hear that there's heaven, there's hell. But what if I was to say that maybe, right here is heaven, and we're already messing it up because of the way we're treating ourselves, and we're treating others, right? And we need to learn to handle our thoughts and emotions. We need to learn that, you know, that don't get comfortable by just saying like everybody is like this, because like when you go to like a psycho hospital or something like that, like everybody is mad, everybody is crazy, everybody sees the doctor as just the crazy one, right? So again, we need to handle our thoughts and our emotions. And I grew up seeing this, that a lot of people as they get older, then is when they gravitate to like something that they really believe in, like say their religion or their or spirituality or whatever it is. Like when you get older, and really you cannot, it's not like I'm knocking older folks, but it's really you cannot really do anything then to like change anything for at all, right? So we need to learn this as early as possible, like understand that we need to stop ourselves from this kind of suffering, because it's only two things that are suffering really. It's memory and imagination, right? Those are the two things that are suffering. Because if you have things that are bothering you from 10 years ago, think about it. Is that life or is that memory? Right? And if you're gonna be worried about things that's gonna happen, and this happens to us, I'm not saying like, hey, I'm Miss Perfect, right? But I learn along the way. And you indulge in these thoughts, like you have to go to, like, say for example, like a interview in the next week or next 2 days, and then you start already building up all of these thoughts in your head, right? That's for something that is to come. So that's imagination right there, right? So it's not life. That's life. Is it life or imagination? It's imagination, right? So we cannot let these things suffer our intelligence, right? So in life, we need to understand that there's gonna always be issues, right? There's gonna always be issues. Things are going on for everybody, and if you do not have issues in your life, then you do not have an active life. You're not actively living, right? If there's nothing going on for you, then really you're not living. And I really want to say that never feel like you're like you're the issue. That's why we have to work on ourselves, and do those affirmations and say like, I am enough. The good affirmations, like you empower yourself, you make yourself strong, right? Because like I'm saying, you're not the issues are gonna be there, and we're gonna fix the issues, right? And yeah, I really hope that this video this video helps, and understand that anything, it can be fixed, all right? And don't get consumed by our emotions and our thoughts. Learn to control it. And anyways, thanks again, and you guys have a great night, and I hope this helped. And you could just feel free to hit me up with a feedback. Thanks again.